Hello parents, this is Mrs. McCrae. I wanted to make a video really quick to kind of go over the FSA ELA writing assessment that's coming up on April 2nd. I had some come meet me at the round table meetings. Thank you so much for those parents who were able to attend. I know people have different schedules, so I wanted to still give you the information and make it a little bit more convenient for you. So wanted to talk to you about, there's going to be a rubric as far as how the assessment is scored. The highest points that a student can get is a 10, and they would have a PFO, which stands for Purpose, Focus, and Organization. They can get 4 points in this area. They can get, the second section is Evidence and Elaboration. They can also get 4 points. And there's a Conventions of Standard English rubric, and the max points for that is a 2. Notice there's no descriptors under 4 and 2 for this rubric, but here's our conventions rubric here. Now, I know it looks like, oh, I want to see that, I want a copy of that. I'm also going to show you really quick where you can get a copy of this, and I can also send one home if you request. Just message me on Class Tag or Dojo, and I will send this out to you. I also, during my Meet Me at the Round Table, I provided a copy of this example. I sent this example home a while back, and I usually give it out during our first initial conference night, so you can kind of see an example writing of what a 4-4-2 looks like, which max point 10. Quick introduction. Their first middle has a body of evidence and elaboration. As you can see, this first middle flows over into the second page. Then we have our second middle, which also flows over just a tad into the third page, and then a quick ending. If you would like a copy of this, I can also send home a copy so you can look at this, but also you can get it online from the FSAassessment.org, and I will show you that in a moment too. Also, here, this is just some notes on how this particular paper that we just saw, how it was scored, and just the different details that pushed it to that 10 and the reason why this student received a 10 on this paper. I sent home today a paper that looks like this. It gives you some ideas of some of the things that we've learned in class, how we can start our beginning, just some quick notes, nothing too detailed, just how we can start, ideas for a beginning, ideas for both middle paragraphs, and ideas for a conclusion or that ending. Notice I have a B, M, and an E. For 4th grade, they need to write 2 middle body paragraphs. So the kids are used to hearing, or the students are getting used to hearing B, M, M, E. So overall, they will need to write 4 paragraphs, an introduction, 2 middles, and a concluding statement. Also, in this pack, I've included some different writing crafts that we've mentioned in the class. We have a section for word choice, sentence variety, how to cite your sources. One of the areas we haven't really touched base on this way of citing your sources. This is like the emergency, oh my, I forgot to cite my source. They can use this method to at the end of the paragraph where they included some details. If that happens, that's like push the red button just in case. But here are the 2 that we've gone over and that we've practiced over and over, including according to the text, the name of that particular text, and an example of how to quote the text using the quotation marks in their essays. Also, I've included, oh, there's actually a front and back to this. We have, again, just some ideas for the introduction, the middles, ideas for the conclusion, and things that we shouldn't forget. Indenting your new paragraphs, using the correct punctuation, capitalizing that first letter in a new sentence, and use your best handwriting. I've included a transitional words chart when you can use these particular transitions, and it's front and back, some transitional words and phrases. So let's go to the computer. Here we can go onto Google and we can Google FSA assessments, and usually it'll pop up. So we'll click on FSA assessments, and you can go to the FSA portal, and here they have some different sections. But if you want to look at some of the practice assessments, and I know I'm talking about writing, but you can also look at reading and math, not just for 4th grade, but 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way up. So this is a resource that can be used more than once. So this year we are paper-based. We're taking the paper-based assessment. So you click on that, and then you have some practice assessments and answer keys. And then here we have the different practice tests. So we have the writing paper-based test, and then as you can see, you have multiple grade levels. You have the reading paper-based test, and so on, and the math paper-based test. So just so they can see what it looks like, the format, and so on. So we'll click on the 4th grade writing. So here it says the FSA ELA writing practice test, and as we go down, you can actually see it's set up very similar to the real FSA. So you can see it has a source 1, a source 2 included. They have some text features included, a chart, and source 3. So there's 3 different articles, and then here's the writing prompt. This is what it will look like on the day of the FSA on April 2nd. It says, well, not the prompt. We don't know what the prompt is, but this is an example. It says, write an informative essay about the effects wild animals and humans have on each other when they live in the same area. Use information from the passages in your essay. Manage your time carefully so that you can read the passages, plan your response, write your response, and revise and edit your response. Be sure to include an introduction, information from the passages as support, and a conclusion that is related to the information presented. Your response should be in the form of a multi-paragraph essay, and we've had that conversation with the students. Multi-paragraphs for us in the 4th grade is 4 paragraphs, which has a beginning, middle, and end. So, and then it says write your response in the space provided, which here they'll have a booklet and they'll have lines. They shouldn't write outside of the lines, just only on the lines. They have plenty of paper to write. One thing that's not included here, they will get a plan sheet so they can plan, and we've learned how to plan using the BMME method. It's simply a way of being a graphic organizer, but organizing the information. So I will conclude this video for today, and then I will make another video showing you how we plan, how we text code, and the different elements inside of the body of the beginning, middle, and end. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support. I'm excited to see what the kids can do on April 2nd. We're gonna rock. We're gonna do a great job. Have a awesome day.